When your child starts moving around, it is a very exciting time. They're starting to learn to be independent and they're starting to get into things and just show their personality. So there are three main steps to learning how to crawl. So first, a child will start to pivot. So pivoting is when they're laying on their stomach and they're kind of turning in a circle. They're not able to go forward or backwards yet, but they are on their stomach and able to get themselves turned in the other direction. After that, they will start creeping, which is kind of army crawling up on their forearms here and on their belly. So they're kind of moving forward. And the last step is getting up on their hands and their knees and crawling like a traditional crawl. When your child starts to move, starts to pivot, or even creep a little bit, it is time to start baby-proofing your house and make sure there's gates on the stairs in order to keep your child safe. The rest of this video will talk about some ideas to help your child and strategies to help them learn how to pivot, how to creep, and how to crawl. Pivoting is the first type of movement, type of crawl that your child will develop. So to help a child develop pivoting skills, place them in long sleeve and long pants and place them on a hardwood surface that's either wooden, linoleum, something that'll be a little bit more slippery and will help them be able to move side to side. The child in the next few videos is already walking, he's over 1, but it'll give you an idea of what some of the strategies look like for you and your child who is a little bit younger. So work on pivoting while they're down on their stomach. Place toys just out of their reach to encourage them to try and move in order to get them. You can also have them down on their stomach, and you could use yourself as motivation. So if you're off to their side, encouraging them to come towards you, that could work as well. Oftentimes, when your child is attempting to go forward, they might first actually scoot themselves backwards because their legs are a little bit heavier and it's easier to go that direction. One of the most important ways to help your child gain the muscles necessary to pull themselves forward and backwards is to engage in tummy time. Let them do it every day for an hour every day, different positions, use different toys, whatever you can do to keep them in that position, building their strength, kind of pushing up and just getting strength down their neck, down their trunk, and in their arms. So when your child is engaging in tummy time, help them prepare for crawling by bending their knee up to the side here and then releasing. You can bend it up on both sides, let it sit there for a little bit, kind of stretch out, and then you can bring it back and repeat on the other side. You can also kind of push them up into this position, so bring that leg forward and then give some pressure at the bottom of this foot and encourage them to push off, and that'll give them some traction to push against to move forward. Before a child is going to be able to crawl up on their hands and their knees, they first need to be able to get up on their hands and their knees. So one of the first things you can do is you can pull up on their hips here, and by bringing those hips up, that will encourage them to kind of lift that whole body up, and you'll be helping support them as they get used to being in this position. Work on kneeling by putting a blanket or a towel underneath your child, and you can pull up on it like a hammock, and they will hold that position for you. Having your kid in kneeling position, you can work on getting ready to move by doing some weight shifting. So rocking them back and forth and side to side while they're on their hands and knees. And then as they're preparing to move forward, you can push on their bottom of the heel with your palm, and that'll give them some traction to move forward.